Hi yogis and yoginis, welcome to my YouTube channel, EnergySeedYoga. My name's Amy, and today is October 31st of 2020. It is Halloween, it's Samhain if you celebrate that. It is a full moon today in Taurus. It is also a very rare second blue moon, so this is a big day. I guess the next time that this is going to happen is in like 2039, so something crazy. So this is a special day. So I thought we would kick this day off with moon salutations. A lot of times we practice the sun salutations and we build heat. The moon salutations are designed to bring us balancing energies, tap into our feminine side. And so what will happen is we'll move back and forth on our mat. It's mostly lower body work, and we're just going to really connect to our breath. These full moon days are opportunities for us to grow as a person and just to move intuitively. So as we move through this practice and this flow today, I invite you to move at your own pace, at your own speed. If there's something you want to add, something you want to take away, go for it. It's your practice. I'm just here to guide you. So what you will need for practice today are two blocks. I have them set up on their lowest height at each end of my mat, and then I'm also sitting on a blanket. We will be facing the long edge of our mat for most of practice today, so set your mat up accordingly. If you need to readjust, I'll give you just a second. But of course, all of these props are completely suggestions. Use what you need, take away what you don't. All right, so let's get started. Come to a nice seated position. You can have your sits bones propped up on a blanket, one ankle in front of the other. Just sit up nice and tall. Let's think about stacking our head over our shoulders and then our shoulders over our pelvis. Maybe just check in with your knees, pull them up, push them down, shift side to side. Find that comfortable seat. Remember, we're moving intuitively today. It is Halloween. Maybe we inhale the treats and exhale the tricks. Another deep breath in. Fill the body with your energy. Let it go. On your next breath, slowly drop the chin to the chest. Sit up a little bit taller on your next inhale. We're just going to go through a neck release. Again, moving intuitively. So on your next exhale, drop your favorite ear towards the same shoulder. Then let the chin come back to the chest. Let the opposite ear roll over to that opposite shoulder. Just taking your time, moving slowly from left to right. Right to left. Maybe you start to drop your head slightly back. Go really slow. Feel every little fiber in your neck, the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments. Let the chin come back to the chest and then switch directions again, taking your time with your neck. Moving with intention. Moving with ease. Let the chin come back to the chest. And let's just start to shift side to side. So just sway left to right. Then start to lean forward and back. Forward and back. Start to move in a circle. And then switch directions. Feeling your hips move around. Feeling your breath light up your body. So start to slow your circles down. And let's work into our side body. Let the left hand plant to the floor. And let's just swing our right hand forward and then up. Exhale, swing that right hand back down, let it plant. Inhale, swing the left arm up. And swing it back down. Let's just keep repeating. Left hand plants, right hand lifts up. So moving at your own pace, start to explore the shape. Maybe you lean forward as you sweep the opposite hand back. Maybe once you get to that extended position, you pause and look up and lean back. Remember, there's no right or wrong to this. A few more rounds of breath, just allowing yourself to be. Come back to that neutral spine. The hands will rest gently on the knees, sitting up nice and tall with an inhale. We're going to take seated cat-cow. On the inhale, let's lift up the heart, filling up the chest. Roll the shoulders back. Maybe you even squeeze your shoulder blades together. Slightly look up. Let your spine arch, so you're pressing your belly button forward. Then on the exhale, let's roll everything back. Chin comes to chest, shoulders roll forward, pull the belly button into the spine. Let your spine roll to your back of the mat. Good. Inhale, pull yourself back up into your cat. And exhale, find your seated cow. Now again, start moving at your own pace. Don't be afraid to really use your hands for leverage here, gripping onto your knees or your thighs. When you pull your heart forward, grip those knees, help catapult your heart space through your chest, then releasing. Last one. Good. On your exhale, just soften. Let the hands rest gently on the knees, thighs, or floor. And then just gently sway left to right. Shake out the shoulders. Maybe shake out the wrists. So we're going to come to a kneeling position here. So go ahead and lift up the knees. And we're just going to take our knees to our blanket if you're using a blanket. Come on up to our kneeling position. I have the backs... my toes curled under back behind me here. So we're on our knees, lifted up. We're going to extend our right foot out to the side. Toes are going to point to the front of your mat. On the inhale, let's sweep our arms up overhead. Palms can touch, or I invite you today to just hook the thumbs, making this W shape and letting the elbows come out wide. So you're opening your heart space a little here. On the inhale, let's lift up a little bit higher. So think about your spine and your torso getting longer. And we're going to turn our heads to look down at our right hip. Exhale, let's lean to the right, taking our gaze down to this right hip. See if you can keep lifting up out of the left side. Good. Inhale, come up. Taking our gaze a different direction, we're going to look up to our left side. Inhale, growing tall. Exhale, let's lean to the right again. Just notice what happens here. Are you able to go as far? Can you go further? There's no right or wrong. We're just changing our perception. Inhale, come up. This time, let's take the gaze straight out in front of us. Grow tall. Maybe you open your hands, those elbows. Exhale, let's lean to the right, keeping our gaze straight. On your next breath, let the right hand drop to the leg. Nice and soft. Good. Inhale, right hand comes up. On your next exhale, left hand is going to drop or float to the floor. So if you feel like it's far away, grab that block. Place your hand on the block. Inhale, lift the right hand up to the sky. Take your gaze, let it follow that right hand. And just notice what's happening right here in your right hip. Keep pressing the right toes and heel to the floor. Good. On the inhale, let's lift up. If you have the block, just slide it off to the side. Coming all the way up, arms at a T. Palms are facing down. We're coming into a kneeling warrior 2. So this right leg, we're going to bend into the knee and take the toes to the back of your mat or to the right of your mat. Stacking the right ankle underneath the right knee. Stretch those fingertips long. Look over your right shoulder and then bend or lean into that right knee. We want to open up this inner thigh here. Breathing into Kneeling Warrior 2, nice and strong. Good. Exhale, the hands can come to the waist. Right knee comes back in line with the left. You can let the fingertips drop. If your shoulders are tired, let them roll out. And then let's take that on the other side. Left leg extends long. Toes are pointed to the front edge of your mat, long edge of the mat here. Big inhale, let's sweep the arms up overhead. Palms can be together. You can make that W and open up your arms. All right, first gaze, we're going to look down at our left hip. Inhale up. Exhale, looking down at the left hip. Lean to the left, looking down. Good. Inhale, come up. Changing our gaze. Let's turn our gaze to the right and then look up. Inhaling, growing tall. Exhale, let's lean to the left. You've got this. Inhale, come up. Gaze is straight. Long breath in. Exhale, lean to the left. Then on your next breath, left hand can come down to the left leg. Good. Inhale. Both fingertips come all the way up. And then on the exhale, let's find the right hand floating to the floor as you lift the left hand up. Now, if you used a block on the other side, this is where you'd grab your block. Keep the left foot planted. Keep lifting up with the left hip. Look up with the left hand. Good. On your next breath, we're lifting up. Lift up. If you had that block, go ahead and set it off to the right side. Coming up to those Warrior 2 arms. Palms are facing down, arms in a T. Let's bend into the left knee. Toes point to the short end of your mat. So find that stability here. When you're ready, lean into that left knee. Feel your inner thigh. Activate. No scary warriors here. We're all witchy warriors today. Good. Big exhale. Hands can come to the waist. Left knee comes underneath left hip. And let's go ahead and start to move. Go ahead and set your blanket off to the side, back behind you. And let's step to the left side of our mat. On the inhale, let's sweep the arms up overhead. Palms can touch or make the W. Big exhale, let's lean to the right. Press down through that left foot as you lengthen through the left side body. Maybe you look up and to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, let's lean to the left. Ground down through the right foot. Looking right and up. Inhale, come up. On the exhale, we're stepping with our right foot out into Goddess. Stepping wide, heels come in, toes go out. Big exhale. Let's bend into the elbows, 90 degrees, bend into the knees, dropping the tailbone. So depending on how far you want to come down here, let's play with our Goddess for just a second. Shift left and right into the hips, maybe come up and down. Find the pose and the shape that works best for you. See if you can slightly tuck the tailbone. Pull the elbows back, looking forward. 2 more rounds of breath. You've got this. Inhale, straighten the legs. Toes point to the front. Reach the arms up, look up, star pose. On the exhale, arms come down to a T. Palms are facing the floor. Right toes turn to the right end of your mat. Left foot can stay where it's at, where it's parallel with the short edge of your mat, or you can turn those left toes in just slightly. You decide what feels best on your hips. Press those feet into the floor, engage your quads. Left hip bumps to the back. Shift the right hand forward, and then exhale, right hand drops to the leg as the left hand lifts up. Triangle pose. So try not to collapse forward here. Really reach up and back. Good. Exhale, left hand comes to left hip. Slightly lift up, right hand comes to right hip. Let's turn our torso to face the floor. Back foot is going to step forward just slightly. Both toes are pointing forward. Inhale, reach the fingertips straight out in front of you. Micro bend in the front leg. Exhale, fold over the front leg for pyramid pose. Breathing here. Gaze looks at that front knee. Good. Inhale, lift up. Bend into the front knee. Left leg reaches to the back of the mat. Drop the back knee. Inhale, lift the fingertips up for Crescent Lunge. Press all your weight into that front foot. On the exhale, let the hands float to the floor on the inside of that front foot. We're coming into Skandasana or side lunge. Lift up the back knee. Walk our hands to the left, pivoting, taking the toes of the right foot at a 45-degree angle. The left heel drives into the earth as the toes reach to the ceiling. So you can keep your hands here on the floor. If you're feeling pretty stable, maybe you try bringing your hands to your heart center in prayer. Breathing here. This back heel on the right foot can be up or down. Coming into a wide leg forward fold, let the hands plant. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Plant both feet to the floor. And then inhale, lift up halfway. So we're moving back to the other side of our mat, going out to the same way we came in. So we're taking side lunge again. This left foot, let those toes go out at a 45-degree angle as you bend into the left knee. Drop the tailbone to the floor. Slowly let the right heel drive into the earth as the toes lift up. Hands can stay on the earth. Maybe you bring them to heart center. You've got this. Big exhale, we're going to pivot to the left into our low lunge. Planting the hands, framing that foot. Drop the back knee. Inhale, reach the hands up to the sky. You've got this. Nice and strong. Exhale, let the hands float to the floor. We're coming into pyramid pose. So on the inhale, let's lift the back knee up. Let's hop that back foot forward about 6 to 8 inches, and then maybe you drop the back heel down. Both toes are pointed forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, and then exhale, fold over that front leg. Gaze is looking at that left knee. Good. On the inhale, lift up halfway. We're coming into triangle. We're going to shift on our back foot. So let's take the right foot. Let's drop the back heel down. So now that back foot is parallel with the short end of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Both hands come to the hips. Left hand comes to the left shin. On the inhale, right hand reaches to the sky. Good. On the inhale, we're lifting all the way up into our star shape. Hands reach to a V. Both toes point straight out in front of you. Drive your heels into the earth. Engage your quads, your booty, your core. Slightly look up. Then we're finding goddess pose on the exhale. Arms come into a 90-degree shape, cactus arms. Heels pull in. Let's bend into those knees. Good. We've got this. So we've got this flow on the other side. Inhale. Come all the way back up into your star. And this time let's step our left leg over to our right leg, finding mountain pose on the right side of our mat. Good. Inhale. Sweep the arms up overhead. Palms can touch. Maybe you take that open W. Finding that inhale and that length. Exhale. Lean to the left. Drive the right heel into the earth. This time let's look down at our mat. Inhale. Come up. On the exhale, let's lean right. Drive the left heel into the mat. Let's take our gaze down to the mat. Inhale. Come up. On the exhale, let's step the left foot out. Finding star pose first. Arms reach to a V, palms face forward, toes are pointing forward. Quads are strong, belly strong. Good. Let's find goddess pose. Heels come in, toes go out. Exhale, drop the tailbone, bend into the elbows, bend into the knees. Breathing here. Good. On the inhale, straighten the legs. Arms go to a T. Palms are down. We're taking triangle to the left. So let's take our right foot. The outside edge of your foot goes parallel to the back of your mat. Your left toes point to the left short end of your mat. You're nice and strong here. Bump your right hip to the back of your mat or the short end of your mat. Reach left. Exhale, drop left hand down. Right hand comes up. More than welcome to use your block here. Good. Exhale, right hand comes to the hip. Inhale, slightly lift up. Left hand comes to the hip. And let's turn our torso towards the mat, turning left. Our back foot is going to step forward just slightly. Both toes point to the short end of your mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lean forward. Reach those hands forward and then fold with your next exhale over that front leg. Gaze is looking at that left knee. Good. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bend into the left knee. Right foot goes to the back of the mat. Drop the back knee. Inhale, lift up. Nice slow lunge. Find your breath. Let go of your tricks. You're finding your treats through your breath. On the exhale, hands come down to the mat on the inside of that left foot. We're finding side lunge or Skandasana. So let's pivot, walking our hands to the right, lifting the back leg up. So you guys know where you're at here. You might have found a little more space. The left knee's pointing off to the left. Your right heel's driving into the earth. Maybe hands are at the heart. Good. Hands plant. Inhale. Let's find a wide leg forward fold. Lift the hips up. Straighten both legs. Fold with the exhale. Inhale. Lift up halfway. On the exhale, let's find Skandasana to the opposite side, to the right. So turn the right toes out. Bend into that right knee. Drop the tailbone. Left heel drives into the earth. Find what you need here. 2 rounds of breath. You've got this. Soft pivot to the short end of your mat, finding that low lunge. Drop the back knee. Inhale, fingertips rise to the sky. Soft breath, hands float to the floor, framing that foot. On the inhale, let's lift up the hips. Step that back foot forward about 6 to 8 inches and then straighten both legs for your pyramid pose. Remember, you can use your block here if you need to. Let your gaze look at that front knee though. Find that stretch along the hamstring. Good. Inhale, lift up halfway. Drop the back heel to the earth. Right hand comes to the right leg. Left hand comes to the left hip. Roll it open. On the inhale, lift the left hand to the sky. Got this, nice and strong. Inhale, come all the way up into your star. Toes point forward. Arms reach up to a V. Slightly look up. You're strong. Good. On the exhale, goddess pose. Heels come in. Toes go out. Bend into those elbows. Got this. On the inhale, stand all the way up. Reaching the fingertips up. On the exhale, hands can come down. And let's heel toe those feet together for mountain pose. let's just take a moment here. Breathe. Notice where your heart rate is. Notice where your mind and your thoughts are going. Good. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Palms can touch, and let's forward fold on the exhale. Hinge at the knees, hinge at the waist. The hands can float through the center of the body as you lean over your thighs. Let the crown of your head shine to the floor. And take what you need here. Bend into the knees. If you want to widen your stance, sway left and right. Grab opposite elbows. And then slowly bend into the knees, taking the hips to the floor. You can reach back for your blanket. And let's come right into butterfly shape. So bring the sits bones to the edge of the blanket. And let's bring the soles of the feet together. Once you get them together, I want you to grab your ankles with your hands and pull your heels in even closer. So depending on your arm length, you might be leaning forward, you might be leaning back, you might be straight up. So what we're going to do here is have a really active butterfly shape. So what I want us to do is zip up our feet. Pretend you have a zipper on the outside edge of your feet and on the inside edge of your feet. Let's pull our knees up towards our shoulders. On the exhale, let's unzip the zipper that's on the inner arch. So let's unzip it. As we do that, let's pretend our knees have weights on them. And we're slowly letting our knees fall out to the sides. Press the knife edge of your feet together. So we're starting to open our feet like a book. And then flex your toes. So there's a lot of cues going on here. But we're really active. Keep sitting up tall. Keep gripping your ankles with your hands. 2 more rounds of breath. On your next exhale, just relax everything. Soften. Release the grip. Let your spine roll forward. Chin to chest. Just soften. Slowly take your hands to the outsides of your knees. On the inhale, lift up the heart and slowly pull the knees together, letting the feet plant to the floor. We're going to pause here and give ourselves a little hug. So whatever shape feels best for you, you can wrap your arms around the tops of your knees, you can go behind your legs, you can open your feet, you can walk your feet really far away from your hips. Whatever shape feels best for you, to give yourself a well-deserved hug. So come into your little mummy, your little cocoon, your little pumpkin shell. And just be. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your breath. On your next inhale, slowly start to release the hug you had on yourself. Let your breath help lift you up one vertebrae at a time. Maybe cross the ankles, just come to a comfortable seated position for your body. And we're going to end our practice today with a little bit of pranayama, some breath work, alternate nostril breathing. So I'll have you take your right hand, and the way I do it is I take my index and my middle finger and I place them down in my palm. Any other way that works best for your hands is totally fine. But we're going to take our right thumb and press it against our right nostril. We're going to inhale through the left nostril. At the top of that breath, we're going to pinch off our nose, closing it off with a pause. And then on the exhale, we're going to release the thumb and let it go. Then we're going to inhale through the right nostril, pinch it off, pause, and exhale it through the left nostril. Good. Inhale through the left, pinch and pause, exhale right. Inhale right, pinch and pause, exhale left. Inhale left, pinch and pause, exhale right. Inhale right, pinch and pause, exhale left. Inhale left, pinch and pause, exhale right. I'm going to let you guys count these next 2 rounds at your own pace. It's okay if you forget where you were at. Just start over. There's no right or wrong. Last round. Slowly lower your hands to the knees or the thighs. And flutter the eyes open if they were closed. Take both hands to the heart. Take a breath for yourself. Take a breath for someone you love. And take a breath for someone who may be suffering. The world could always use more love in it. Thank you, yogis and yoginis, for allowing me to guide you through this Moon Salutation practice on this very special Halloween. The light in me honors and respects and sees the light in you. Namaste.